Fight fans, fresh off a first-round submission victory at Empire Mixed Martial Arts 5, it is the guy that you've been wanting to meet, Juan El Patron Trujillo. Juan, welcome, brother. Thank you so much for the time. Beautiful house, by the way. Appreciate you letting me in here.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing fantastic. Just another first-round finish. Easy work. Pretty fast-paced fight, and just ready to keep going.
That makes it 7 first-round finishes in your career. What is this ability of getting guys out in the first round?
So the thing with me is I trust too much. I trust a lot in my gas tank. Like, I know I have the gas tank to go 5 rounds, 10 rounds. So what I do every time I fight, I always warm up pretty hard in the back. So when I enter, I'm already in my 3rd, 4th gear. Yeah. So every time I enter, and these guys are like trying to see what they're gonna do or whatever, I'm already in my finish mode. Exactly. Because that's how I need to feel whenever I'm fighting. So whenever I get in there, I'm not, like I say to all of the people, I'm not trying to get paid by the minute. I don't get paid by the minute. I get paid the same amount if my fight lasts 10 seconds or 15 minutes. I get paid the same. So what I do is I go for the finish. If it doesn't come out, I know I'll have the gas tank to just keep going the other round. So I'm like type of Max Holloway. He just goes for it, and if he got the finish, he got the finish. If not, let's get the 15 minutes. Let's get the 25. But I'm always looking for it because I know I can endure. If he, like, let's say in this fight, if he will be able to endure the submission or whatever, we'll be able to just, okay, let's go up and let's keep going.
And, you know, like you said, foot on the pedal, Patron paid by the second. That's kind of how it works. Now, this fight was very interesting to me because I know you decently well, and you're a very nice guy, unbelievably friendly. A lot of bad blood here. What happened?
So the thing is, and you already mentioned it, you saw me fighting against the other guy that we have, like, I didn't know him either, but after the fight we have good relationships. I'm never, because for me, when we kick each other ass in a fight, we already settle everything. Like, we're already good. I don't have any bad blood. Yes, every time is respect, before and after, because the fact that you're getting in the cage with me, that's respect. But this guy was trying to be like be the macho man. He was trying to min-mugging me in the weigh-in where
staring at you
where there's no cameras. I have the video because I told my girl when he was staring at me, I'm like, film this. Like, I wanna see what the fuck is going on. But there was nothing planned like that. You know, when it's the real weigh-in, we don't interact between each other. Like, I don't care about you. Like, I'm trying to make weight.
The official weigh-in, like you said, got out of the sauna. Now it's not the time, and then he didn't even show up to the ceremonials.
He didn't show up for the real, like when the real show is, okay.
The time and place.
Yes, let's do the real show. Let's do the face-off. Let's see each other eye to eye. He was trying to find in the official weigh-in, and I never met him in my life. I never saw him like once in my life, and he was trying to be like, if he hated me, he was trying to like find me there. I'm like, dude, we're gonna get paid tomorrow, but fight. Like, I don't know who you are.
We don't have any history.
I never see you in my life. And he was like trying to be, so I don't know if he's a tactic or whatever, but he did it with the wrong guy. I'm not the guy to be mean mugging. If we have real beef, we have real beef, and we're gonna settle. But I didn't knew him, so that, like, for me was the worst impression ever. So when we're in the cage, he kept going with the same energy. So I'm okay. When I win, what I did is, after the fight, I didn't say one word. No one word. I didn't say, fuck you, this, you're no. I did the same thing he was doing to me in the fight, before the fight. Yeah. I just look at him and stare at him. I'm like, look at me now. Yeah. You was trying to look at me yesterday that we're not gonna fight. You tapped. Now look at me. Yeah. Now you were trying to be mean. Be mean now.
Tables are turned.
Yeah, now is the real shit. Now I beat you. Now you tap. Now what?
Israel Diaz, a largely unknown commodity, like you said. We didn't have much tape on him. On Tapology, there's not much. Was there anything that surprised you? Walk me through that performance and, you know, again, first round finish, can't get better than that.
Dude, just when we started, when I saw him being Sopo, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker is Sopo? Oh, shit. No clue. I have no clue at all. I thought he was Orthodox. I was practicing the calf kick like the whole training camp. When he came out stop, I'm like, but the good thing is I'm super adaptable. I'm a student of the game, and I know how to fight both stances. So when I saw that, I'm okay. So I changed. I started the fight southpaw, and I went for because that was the whole training camp was a calf kick. So okay, if I can hit this calf, I'm gonna hit this. So I'm gonna change to southpaw. That was the first thing I did. Boom. So that was the first surprise when I saw him. I thought he was trying to like play mind games. And that's why he started like southpaw. I'm like, oh, maybe he's trying to
Maybe
play
he's
me.
gonna switch at some point.
Yeah, and then when I saw him coming with southpaw, he threw the fucking horrible front kick, and then I would keep seeing his feet. He's still southpaw. I'm okay. Let me change southpaw, and that's when it started to work on that. So that was the biggest surprise. And the other surprise, he looks so big. He looks so lengthy, but it was easy to catch him. Like I wasn't feeling that. Like he doesn't know how to use that.
Right.
And I'm used to using that length. So I was even like using the distance better than him. He was like, I don't know in inches, but in centimeters, he was like 15. The range, he was like 15 centimeters longer than me. And I like every time I kick him, he land like I was landing everything.
Yeah.
So
He's fighting like a tighter guy.
yeah, he was tighter. Yeah.
Hard to get better again than that finish at Empire MMA 5. I want to talk about your last couple fights because, again, the excellence continues with Ricardo Rivas. Now, you guys fought twice. The first matchup and the second matchup, quite different. Obviously, the rematch, he stepped in on like 1 day's notice. But what did you make of those two fights with Ricardo? How do you feel like you've evolved and changed?
So with the first one, my whole amateur career, I was preparing to the pro debut. Like that was the main focus. Okay, we're gonna get these amateur fights, but we're always thinking about. So I was ready from the beginning, practicing the elbows, the knees. So when I got the opportunity, when they told me, okay, you have your debut, you're gonna fight. When they were like mentioning that, I'm like, I don't care, whoever. I just want to fight pro. Like you think it's a good matchup for me? Let's fight him.
Cool, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Again,
I'm fighting.
I knew him because he fought one of my teammates for his pro debut. So I'm like, okay. Like whatever, I already know what he's gonna do, so let's get it. So when I knew that, and I knew that I was able to use the heel hook is one, like it's my main weapon. So I'm like, I can heel hook that motherfucker, I can knee him in the face, and I can elbow to the face. I was so stoked. I was happy. I'm like, yes, finally I can use all my
tools,
weapons.
exactly.
Yeah. So when I got offered that, I prepared myself the best in that moment that I ever prepare myself for a fight. I was extremely prepared. I went up in weight like 10 pounds just in muscle. I was preparing extremely hard. So when the fight came and I visualized so much, I was using my visualization, meditation. I was using every weapon. I didn't cut any corners. I was doing everything good. So when I got there, it was again easy work because I was so loose that was because of all my amateur pedigree. And I'm okay, this is not different. This is because I already fought before amateur without shin guards. So like that wasn't new to me.
Yeah.
I already fought without shin guards. So when I was kicking, I'm like, oh, this feels like normal. So that first fight was a surprise. I thought it was gonna be much more difficult. When I got in mount, I was expecting because if you're a high-level MMA fighter, you have to know the mount against high-level people don't work that much. Like I always work half guard. I always work the knee on belly. I work the crucifix. I almost never do the mount. But when I mount him, it was just like a kid. I'm like, okay. I'm just elbowing the shit out of you here. That was the first time. That was the first thing. I finished him there, so I'm like, okay, chapter closed. That was good. Next fight, let's get it. I know that his teammate, the one that was his coach in that fight, asked for me like, I want to fight this guy because he was trying to get revenge. I'm like, cool, let's get it to the next Empire. So I was happy. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get his teammate too, because he's I think he's better than Ricardo in my opinion.
Yeah.
I see his fights and he has power in his hands. So I trained. That's what people don't know. People talk about Ricardo and how he stepped in short notice. But like, dude, I was preparing for a southpaw for 3 months because his teammate is a southpaw and he has like heavy hands. So we were game planning for a heavy hand southpaw guy. And then they told me like 3 days before, like, hey, dude, this guy had an accident. We're looking for fighters. They were telling fighters they had more than 15 fights. And I told them, yes, whoever, like get me whoever.
Yeah, I don't care. They could be as experienced as anyone else. I want to fight.
Yes, and they were telling this guy, all these guys say no. No, it's too close. No, it's too close. Ricardo is a motherfucking G. That guy is a gangster. That guy was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
He didn't even hesitate. These guys were saying no. Guys with 15 fights, I'm not gonna even mention their names. But guy with 50 fights, whatever. This guy was like, well.
And this was your third pro fight?
That was my second. That was my second pro fight. So, again, I didn't have much options. They literally gave me the only one that I accepted was Ricardo. I'm like, it doesn't get me excited because I already beat him 1 minute.
But you put the fight camp in, you needed.
But yeah, I have to fight. I have to fight.
Yeah.
And dude, I spent so much money in that camp. I mean, at least let me get the money.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, let me fight him. So it was hard to get mentally prepared because after the fight we embraced, and I truly was, I thought I was never gonna see him again, that I would embrace him. I'm, bro, you're the man, thank you, whatever. I talked to him after the fight, it was all love. Then, So when I see him again, it's like, I'm fighting him again, and there's no bad blood, there's no motivation.
Yeah, like, I kind of like this dude
now. There's no motivation for me to beat him again. Like, again, the last fight was we beating the shit out of each other. I'm like, okay, I'll show you that he's gonna be easier this time. It's like, how the fuck am I gonna match this again? Like, I thought it was gonna be much more difficult this time because I'm like, I didn't train for you, I wasn't preparing for you.
You knew what to change from that first fight.
Yes. And, so in this case, I just get like, I was happy because I was getting in the flow of doing all the striking thing. You saw I was flying knee. I was in the flow, and then he tried to get me to the floor. I'm like, dude, I just beat you in the floor. Why are you trying to get me? Like, why are you trying to get me? And then I'm like, okay. So I got his back, and it was again, as we were talking before the interview, when I got someone's back, it's almost a wrap. So.
But definitely respect for Ricardo.
Ricardo's the man.
And you better stay away from my heels. I tell you what, do not, don't leg lock me.
Dude, I'm the Colombian's heel hook king.
I love it. But to kind of take another step back at the career, 9-fight win streak right now. That is an unbelievable streak, probably one of the best in Colombia. I know you're taking a bit of a layoff, but the grander journey has to continue. What do you really want next?
Well, we were talking with Empire's owner and a lot of the people that are in charge of my career, and we're gonna go. It's like a super typical thing to say in MMA. We're gonna go to the drawing board, but it's literally what it is. I'm gonna go talk to my coach, the guy that I pull up in the cage Saturday night. We're gonna talk. We're gonna see if it's worth it to fight September. I don't want to fight in September, to be honest. I had 3 full training camps in 9 months. Like, I don't care even about the fights. It's the training camps that get me extremely tired. I don't know if it's a dumb thing to say, but I'm full of fucking pimples of how stressed I was in the last 9 months. So I just wanna dedicate my time to training to improve business and see what's next. See what's the next best thing. The thing that I was in the amateurs in my kind of way is I always say yes to everything. Like, you can offer me tomorrow Brandon Moreno, you never hear me say no. I swear to God. You can offer me David Pacific, I'm not gonna say no. But I have people around me that they know what's best for me, and it's not a matter they're gonna put trash opponents, but we're gonna go step by step.
It's strategic at this point, especially as a pro, undefeated. You want to be smart about it. And I think a layoff, is in the best interest. And I want to talk about things outside of fighting now. The relationship with Juliana Otalora. Now, La Patrona, you guys have a great dynamic. She's a fighter, you're a fighter. It's a tale as old as time, but tell me about the relationship with her.
So the relationship started because of MMA. We got introduced to each other in my first fight. It was like her second fight. She was already a fighter. So when I went to this fight, again, my examples were Conor McGregor. That's why I started fighting, because I saw him and he's flashing his videos, and I'm like, oh shit, like this, what's this? Like, this is like a movie. So I was trying to be part of that movie. So when it started, I was literally so much into the movie that I remember I went to the weigh-ins and I had my headphones and I was just like this, right? I was just concentrated. I was just not paying attention to anyone, just myself, because I was nervous. I never had a fight in my life, not even the streets. So that was gonna be my first fight in front of 3,000 people. I was nervous as shit. I was like waiting for the weigh-in. I didn't cut any weight. I literally was 2 kilos underweight, like 5 pounds underweight. But I was just like concentrated. And then this girl came into the room, like glowing, like beautiful face. And then I look at her, and then she came with this. I don't want to sound bad, but he looked like a weirdo. Like, he was a guy with a punk mohawk and like boots. So here he was like crazy man. So I immediately thought, okay, he's the fighter and that's his girlfriend or his sister. Like that was my thought. But I just let it slide. And when I was waiting here, they were like, Juliana Talera to the weigh-ins. And then I look, and I thought I'm gonna see like a, I don't want to be.
But the typical,
the typical women, like the masculine kind of women, buff, mean face, whatever. And then just this princess just comes by and she was about to win. I'm like, what? This girl fights?
Right.
What the fuck? And I just stared at her like 2 minutes. But no, I was like, nah, you're fighting, concentrate. And then I just let it slide to the fight. I fought, I lost my first fight. I was beating that guy's ass, but I got so tired because I never had a fight in my life.
You blew the load.
Yeah, I blew in the second round, I was beating him. He threw an armbar. And then I was so tired, I was so dizzy that the armbar wasn't hurting. I was just so dizzy that I tapped because I was gonna pass out of how dizzy I was. And then after the fight, I was like, okay, now this is out of the blue. And then she went and fight because she fought after me. And then when I saw that girl just being fucking beautiful face but mean, I don't know what happened there, but I was just immediately
enamored,
in love.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
What was the first thing that you said to her? Do you remember that initial meeting?
So this was the interaction. So she fought, right? I was just mind blown because she's from Bogota and she was fighting here in Medellin. So Bogota is like, let's say New York and Texas, right? So we're in Texas. She came from New York and she's fighting here. So she's in a place where everyone was cheering for the girl from Medellin, right? And she wasn't getting cheered. But I was just watching her and I'm like, dude, I just want this chick to win. I don't know. I was just pulled up about this because I'll tell you the story. The girl that she was fighting against, I had an interview in a TV channel here in Medellin with her. So I knew that girl and not her. Like I knew the girl she was fighting against, but I had this pull that I wanted her to win. I don't know why. It wasn't even a matter of, oh, she's pretty. No, it was something. I don't know what it was. Yeah, I was like, I just want this girl to win. And then when she was there, and she won. Everyone was like, oh, everyone was cheering because the fight was so aggressive. Everyone was like, dude, this is great. So she was coming, everyone was saying, because she was just smiling, like this pretty face, just smiling. Everyone was cheering at her, like, yeah. So when she come back, I was in the front row. She come back here, and I'm like, hey, congratulations, like, felicitaciones. And she looked at me, she's like, hey, thanks. Just, like, the most beautiful smile, and just went by. And I just got that stuck in my mind. But that was the only interaction. She can say to you right now, she doesn't remember any of that. Yeah. Like she's like, you never talked to me. I'm like, dude, you went by, you say thank you. I never met you.
She doesn't remember that, yeah.
But the thing was, every single fighter tried to flirt with her that day.
Of course.
And the day before. I was the only one that didn't pay attention. That was the thing that won me over all those guys. Because she was like, I love your determination. You was thinking about just the fight. This guy had fights, but they were thinking about like trying to mess with me. You were like, I don't give a fuck about this girl.
Exactly.
And then like 1 month after the event was like sharing the photos and they tagged her, I went immediately like, bro, I want to go to Bogota. I don't know Bogota. That was my thought. When I met her, and then I just talked to her, text her, and the thing, I don't know if the US happens the same, but here when we talk to a girl, and she like answers like nonchalant or
just she doesn't seem interested.
Yeah, you're like immediately. I'm like
disengage.
Disengage. I'm like not interested. Dude, I talked to her and she was like immediately like putting conversations like, hey, how are you? I saw your fight. That was great. Like immediately. I'm like, oh shit, this is good.
You're like,
yeah, we have a pool
it's
here.
Coming.
Yeah, so it was from there. It was an immediate connection. We talked like after we were talking about Instagram in like 3 days. We were like doing FaceTime. We were doing calls. She started introducing me all her family, and
that was good.
That was all she wrote.
That was love at first sight for one party, but eventually an amazing romance story. I love it. Yes, now I want to get into maybe the darker elements of Juan Trujillo. Tell me what some of the hardest moments in your life have been.
Literally in that time frame where we were talking about my debut, meeting her. As I was, my dad, my whole life wanted me to be a soccer player. He was trying to push that all my life. Like he never let me do any other sport.
15 years of soccer.
Yeah, the
from
only
age
thing
2.
that he allowed me to do was study. If I was trying to do like learn how to play an instrument, no. If I was I was good at BMX, no. I was good at whatever, no.
Any other interest?
Yeah,
It's just soccer.
Just soccer.
Yeah.
You have to. And every time I was frustrated and I was trying to like get off of it, he literally beat me. He's like, no, you're gonna be a soccer player. So all those stuff was it kept going like that. I didn't have a father. I had a coach, a life coach, because he wasn't just like a soccer coach. He was every time he was just saying like, you have to be disciplined, you have to do this,
pushing.
He never asked me how I was feeling. He was just giving me advice all day, every day, and I was just a little kid. I was just tired of it. I'm like, dude,
you're like,
stop it.
Yeah, I need times where you're my dad.
Yeah, and I need to be a kid.
Yeah.
I want to hang out. I want to fucking skateboard. I want
to. I want to do what I want to do.
Yeah,
and to not have that. Exactly.
So I kept going that route till I find this. And then when I found this, I had to make the decision. He wasn't present in the country. I made the decision. When he came, I let him know. He reacted normal in the moment, but that affected him a lot because he, like 15 years of just pushing everything into that money, time, everything into me being a soccer player. So he was like, he's going to start a brand new thing after me giving him 15 years of all this, and then he's just gonna start a brand new thing that I don't even know if he's gonna be good at it. So when that started, I started fighting. I fought my first fight. He didn't win.
He didn't go to your first fight?
Yeah, he didn't go to my first fight. My mom went, but he didn't went to my first fight. And then all that, we didn't, like after I finished soccer, we didn't talk even, like we never talked after that. Like we were just, hey, what's up? Because I was still living with them.
It was like a professional relationship.
Yeah, like hey, dad, hey, whatever.
Wow.
And then I was working because I worked since I'm like 16. I was working in a thing called Pickup. So it's like a motorcycle service, like Uber, but with motorcycles here in Medellin. And I was working in that, and it was with his motorcycle. Yeah. So he was every time he was trying to do something to get me mad because he was trying to like let me know it's my motorcycle. Like you're
still using my shit.
I owe you. Like, no, you owe me. Like you owe me things. Like I'm in charge of you. He was trying to always be like that, and I was always the rebel kid. But when I started getting like old enough, I was super submissive to him. Yeah. I was always yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, because I wanted to avoid all trouble. And he kept building like the confidence and the rage that I wasn't confronting him anymore. I was just like a beast.
Yeah, you're like, I'm unhappy with this.
Yes. So he wanted that crash. He wanted that fight.
Yeah.
But I never allowed it. I was just like calm, like yes dad, yes sir.
Always
yes, sir,
taking
yes,
a higher road.
And he was just keep scanning. To one moment for the weirdest trouble, it was the dumbest shit ever. It was literally the dumbest shit ever. He came to the house. He was trying to beat me. I was already 18 years old. I was already a fighter. And he was trying to beat me, and I was like just trying to avoid it. I'm like, Dad, chill. And then my reaction, because I couldn't do anything, I wanted to beat his ass. I'm going to be honest. But my reaction was start crying because I was so frustrated that I couldn't let my anger out. That I was just like this. He was yelling like crazy.
And it's just overwhelming.
Yes, and I was just like my tears, like just the tears, and I was just like shaking. I was just in shock. Like I didn't know what to do. And he kept going. He grabbed me from here. He pulled me up, and he's like, "I'm gonna give you a reason to cry, motherfucker. Stop being a pussy." He was saying the worst things, and he was trying to go. And what I did, I just get out, go to my room. And I'm gonna be honest, I just talked this to my close friends, like just my best friend and Juli. I was thinking about killing him, dude.
Wow.
Because when I was a kid, and this would sound harsh, but let me give you the backstory. When I was a kid, my dad, my mom always beat me. They beat me a lot when I was growing up. And every time I was trying to like confront my dad, not confronting in a fighting way,
but verbally.
But let's say he punched me or he slapped me or whatever, and I say like this, like just trying to be like tough. He always told me, "Oh, you're so tough. If one day in your life you lift a finger against me, I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah.
I think that was said like once in my life.
But it's stuck.
But it stuck with
Yeah.
me. So going back of my feeling like I wanted to kill him was because the only thing I was only trying to do, I wanted to be his ass. Like I wanted to fight him. Like I got to the point that I has like physical abuse my whole life, mental psychological. But this last year was like extremely psychological that I was already like on the verge of just exploding.
Yeah.
And that day I was just ready to.
And
I'm like I have the weapons. I have like let's just. But I knew if we fought, it wasn't gonna be okay. We fought. That's it. Oh, you go your way.
It would have made things worse. It would have just.
No, I thought in that moment, as he promised one time, I thought he was down to just let's beat each other till someone dies. So that was my mindset in that moment. I'm like, okay, I want to fucking punch him right now, but if I'm gonna punch him, I need to know that maybe it's gonna go deeper than that. Mm-hmm. But in that moment, and it's the only moment that I felt like that in my life, I was down for it.
How hard was it to look at friends or other family members and their parents' relationships with them?
It was pretty hard.
Yeah.
It was pretty hard.
And you'd sit there and you'd go, I want what you have more than anything.
Yeah, and the hardest thing was they were complaining about their lives. Right. And I was like, I wish I had your life, dude.
Yeah.
And they were complaining about that, and that stuck with me because these guys were privileged to have their dads. Mm-hmm. The way they were with them, and they were just complaining, and we're like, well, I don't want to talk to you about my dad because you'll be like, what the fuck? But again, we're talking about the bad stuff. We're talking about the bad things he did.
I do want to the present, of course.
Yeah,
it's changed. You guys have
But you know why it's changed? Because I understood a lot of things he did when I was growing up. Because again, now I look at those guys that I'm telling you, they have this perfect life, perfect parents, and they're just trash human beings. Yeah. And I think I am a good human being with good intentions, with good heart, and with determination, with discipline, because a lot of the teaching that my dad gave me, he wasn't the best at expressing them, and he did a lot of things the wrong way. But dude, my grandfather, his dad, was killed when he was 8 years old. He was the man of the house when he was 8 years old, because his mom, my grandma, gave him, because in that moment, super traditional Colombian family, even if he was 8 years old, he was the man of the house. Because you're the man.
Because it's a patriarchal.
It's a patriarch. Exactly. So it's like, you're the man. So you need to take charge of this with 8 years old. You need to grow up fast. He was working when he was like 9 years old. So, and his examples were people that weren't emotionally
there.
Right.
And that's how he taught your dad.
And that was he got taught, like, tough, be tough, be tough. But in the meanwhile, he was growing, but there were a lot of things that I reminded some bad things about him. Like I'm super. If you saw us Saturday, we look alike a lot. Like compared to my other brothers don't look alike like him, but I do. And in terms of personality, I'm the most like I'm him. I'm his twin. So whenever he saw me, he saw like. He like,
smaller version.
Yes, and reminded like he felt so much love towards me. He wanted me to be the best version, but he never learned how to express that.
Right.
So he expressed it the wrong way.
Yeah.
He expressed like I love you, but I need to fucking build you to the best fucking human being ever because you have to be good. Yeah. You cannot be like me. That's what he was trying to do.
It's good intentions, but like you said, it's filtered through like the worst execution possible.
But as I was able to go in this healing journey with a lot of stuff that I'll be sharing in the future, I went to this healing process that right now I'm in this moment where I heal and I understand now. A lot of the things he was doing, I'm not looking anymore in the sense that when I was a kid, when I was suffering, when I was this, but all of the good things that brought to me, because that made I got into this realization talking to all my friends, because almost all my friends are a lot older than me, and they always tell me the same, like, dude, your principles are pretty good. Like you're a kid.
Excellent,
Yeah, you're a kid, but you have these principles and this way of looking at life. And then when I was introvert, like I was getting all of that words, all of that people giving me compliments.
It's affirming. It's validating.
And I was telling myself, okay, why am I this? The answer was always my dad. He was the one that was telling me all of these good things. Again, when I was growing up, I just saw the bad things, and sometimes it was pretty bad. But I don't have the time to correct that, and I don't have the energy to be mad at that. That's already over, and I already went over it, and he's already like I never had a fight with him again in like 5 years. So there's nothing to be mad about right now.
There's maturity and understanding.
Yes, there's understanding, and I'm just grateful, because for me that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to be. There's a lot of anger. There was a lot of anger in my family. Me trying to heal that way, to just be grateful and not remember all those bad stuff, is just be like, hey, Dad. Like I told him yesterday, the reason I'm here, as I was saying in the Spanish interview, the reason I'm here, the reason that I'm the man that I am, is because of you. You were my example. Again, for the bad things you did, I learned, and for the good things you did, I learned.
Yeah.
So I just need to be grateful, because I'm in a great place, and that's a lot because of you.
What was his reaction when you said that?
I never seen him happy. And like my brother, my sister, my mom that was there, they told me the same thing. They have never seen him happier in his life. He was there. For me, it's even more satisfactory. Yeah, more satisfactory to him right now. This, what I did yesterday, Saturday, than if I was the best soccer player.
Exactly.
Because I would just be another soccer player. But yesterday, I was in my hometown. Fucking, all the people came to support me. Yeah. There's 99% of the people that was there, my family never seen in their life, so they were like, why all these people are supporting my son?
Yeah.
So when he got in there, I was like giving him all the props to him.
Look what I've built.
He's like, look at what I built.
You wanted me to be a great soccer player. I'm a great mixed martial artist, and these people recognize it. I want you to tell me your immediate reaction and thought when you brought him in the cage and you full circled with your father. Yeah.
The thing was, I went up, and Mickey pointed out in the thing is, always, every time I win, I have to give flowers to the people that brought me there. Like I'm not a singular guy. Like I'm not training by myself.
Yeah. I'm the one fighting, but this was a group effort.
This is a group. So my reaction is, I'm gonna be honest, Ben. I don't get happy when I win.
Yeah.
I get mad if I lose. So I don't want to lose. It's not a. It's of course I want to win, but my motivation is not winning. It's not losing. Like I hate to lose. Mm-hmm. So when I'm winning, I'm not even like yes, I'm the man. Fuck, I won. I just want to give the flowers to my people. Like, hey, we won. Like, come on, let's go. We won. We did it. And so then when I was in the cage with my coach, whatever, blah, 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 he believed in me. So I was trying to give the shine to him. I saw my mom. My mom was just crazy. Like, wah. She was just like trying to grab my leg from the cage. And then I look at her, and my first time when I look at her, I'm like, where's my dad? And she's like, oh, he's here. So when I saw him, I'm like, come on. And then the guy was like, no. I'm like, he's my dad, man. Come on.
Let him in.
And then I just let him in. And then I didn't even thought about it. I was just flowing with the feelings I was getting in that moment. So when I pulled his hand up, whatever, dude, I don't know what I was feeling. Like I just know I was just acting by instinct.
Just excitement.
Yeah, I was just flowing, and I just remember him. He never ever in his life hugged me more than 1 second, and that was like fucking 10 seconds of he just like grabbing at me like, and it wasn't a thing. And that's the other thing, right? There's people that has bad relationship with their parents, and then when they get rich, you know that their parents are like, there's parents like that they get like, oh yes, that's my son. Mm-hmm. What can I get from you?
Right, they're trying to poach.
They're hey, son, give me. I know his reaction and his because I know how he is. He's the most proud fucking human being. He will never take something from me. Like, even if I fucking give it to him, he will give it me back. One time I fucking invited to a cigar. This shit costs like 200,000 COP here. This shit is expensive. I invited to him. He was like, oh, so no. I'm like, yeah, tell you. And then when we were going back home, I fucking look at my pocket, and I had $300. Like, what the fuck? This guy, he's the most. He never wants that. So when he was like hugging at me, I knew he was just proud. Yeah. It wasn't like, yes, I love my son because he's doing good things. No, he was like, all of the things that I try to teach him, even the wrong way, he got it.
How does it feel to have him be proud of you?
There's money cannot buy that.
Yeah.
Because I could have done, dude. I won a scholarship to study in the universities. I'm a pretty smart kid. Like I was a pretty smart kid. It was like studying for me was easy. I didn't even study. Like it was super easy. Yeah. So I could have take whatever route I wanted, and I thought I would be a good lawyer. I would be a good doctor. I would be whatever good in whatever like try to kind of job I would do good. But the fact that I took the harder route, and a route that I literally fucking beat my body to the worst kind of beatings to be able to fight in front of a lot of people. And it's so hard, it's so primal. The fact that he's proud that I'm doing that, it worth millions of dollars. Like I cannot explain it. Like money literally cannot buy that, because I know it's weird to say that, but I know I deserve it.
Yeah.
Because getting money for me is one thing, and being rich is one thing. Okay.
Objects, materials.
Yeah, I don't deserve respect by getting that.
Yeah.
But the fact that he respects me because I'm doing something extremely hard and I earned it the hard way. Because I'm getting these 1 minute performances, man. But this shit cost like years and years of getting my ass beat and getting like so many injuries. Right now I'm 24 years old. My whole body's fucked up. I feel like if I'm 40 years old, my shoulders are fucked up. My knees are fucked up. My neck is like, if you see me, maybe in this interview, people can catch it. I'm always, every time doing this because my neck is fucked up.
What athletes and mixed martial arts individuals specifically put themselves through unmatched, and to have them recognize it after a lifetime of not really giving you the props that you deserve.
Yes, because I was always getting denied.
Exactly.
At home, at my school, with my friends, I was always getting denied. Everyone was denying me. Everyone was saying, you're not going to achieve nothing. They literally, it's super cliche, but I was literally getting these words in my school. You're not going to amount to nothing. You're going to be broke. You're going to be poor. You're going to be this, and that. So the fact that it wasn't me fucking investing in a crypto and then I got millions. Yeah, I got money, bitches. Now look at this. I got money. No. I took the hard route.
Yeah.
I fought like 20 times without people ever knowing that I fought. People didn't even care that I fought.
Yeah.
I go and fight. Nobody was there. Like 10 people were there.
Yeah.
And I was doing all of that without recognition, because I'm like, okay, one day
I've got to go.
Yeah, one day they're gonna see it. So the fact that I'm getting that right now, I'm getting messages every day from people from my school, people from this, people from all kinds of ways of my life. Now I'm getting all this feedback, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting the recognition of this fucking 6 years that is not like normal 6 years. I'm not a part-time fighter. Yeah. Ever since I started this, I trained 4 or 5 hours
dedication.
a day. Complete.
Yeah.
I train 5 hours a day, and then I work 5 hours a day doing this. So it's my life. So finally I'm getting the recognition, and I'm just starting.
It's only going to continue.
Yeah, it's just
one of, again,
start.
The best prospects in Colombia.
Appreciate it.
And I want to transition to things outside of combat sports to conclude this, because like you mentioned, been in the workforce since 16 years old. We're drinking it right now. Colombian coffee. Tell me about this. It's one of the most unique elements about you, and this coffee's pretty fucking good.
Thank you, brother. So yeah, the thing is, I got raised in family. Like, I think all of Colombian's family is raised with the worst coffee ever. Literally, we are the cliche country where you have the best product in the world, because for like 60 years, Colombian coffee was considered the #1 coffee in the world.
It's the export that everybody wants, exactly.
And dude, we were like, we literally, like, you have gold, like you have this, like gold, the price of the gold is this amount, right? We have this here with coffee. So coffee has a price, like he has
It's
like
commodity.
gold. Yeah, it's so, like it's a treasure here. But the thing is, we're doing the worst coffee here. Literally the worst coffee. Like, I never drank a cup of coffee in my life till I was 19. Because the coffee I took was always with milk and with a thing that we call here agua panela. That's like brown sugar.
Yeah.
That's brown sugar with water. So it was never coffee. It was the worst kind of coffee, like literally trash beans. Those trash beans get into instantaneous coffee, and they moms mix it with milk, with all that, like just to get the awful taste.
And you're like, I gotta change this.
So then I never even pay attention to coffee. I hated coffee. I'm like, that shit is trash. One time I had espresso, and that shit almost makes me puke. I'm like, that shit is disgusting. But then my best friend, the guy that is right here, one time he's like, dude, you have to try coffee. I'm like, bro, fuck coffee.
Yeah.
Like, coffee is disgusting. He's like, have you tried wine? I'm like, yeah. What was your first reaction when you tried wine? I'm like, I hated it. Like, the flavor was like weird.
Wanted to spit it out.
But it's like, right now, how you feel about wine? I'm like, wine is pretty good. Like, it's sweet, it's pretty good. It's like, it's the same thing with coffee. It's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
You're gonna drink it first. At the beginning, it was gonna feel weird. Why? Because we used to sugar. Everything has sugar. Everything in Colombia, dude. Everything. Arepas has sugar. You know arepas?
Empanada?
No, arepas. The thing that is round. You haven't had an arepa, dude?
I know. Hey, later tonight.
Yeah, for sure. But arepas have the arepas are salty, but even that has sugar. Like, Colombia is fucked up with sugar. But then you used to that, so when you drink the first kind of coffee, it's just super strong. You're like, what the fuck is this? So he like made me this amount of coffee, and he's like, you have to drink it all. I'm like, bro, I hate it. And then I was like, dude, it's disgusting. He's like, keep going. At the end, what it stood out is I was like energetic as fuck.
Caffeine?
Dude, I was like over the moon because I never had caffeine. Like, again, I had this amount of coffee and then milk like this.
Yeah.
So I never really took caffeine, so I didn't know the effects. When I was like in the half of that bottle, I'm like, dude.
You're like, I can go run 8 miles.
Dude,
right
let's
now.
fucking exercise right now. I was just so hyped. And then at the end, I would start liking it. Oh, dude, doesn't taste that bad. So we kept going. I started my own journey, learning about it. I started going to coffee shops, different kind of coffee shops, different kind of method. This is B60, French press, this and that. And then I started realizing, okay, coffee has different flavors. But it is not because it's made with sugar. No, it's just the way that it's harvested is different, so it gives different notes. I'm like, bro, what? Yeah. And then I started going, to the point that I got connected with a guy that was in my high school, and he had a coffee farm. And then we started working together, and like, oh shit, I love coffee now. I'm like 3 years into coffee, like obsessed every day, drinking coffee every day.
Of it.
Yeah, I was learning. And then this guy had a cousin that his cousin was a barista, so he was a professional in coffee. So I just connected with these two guys for 6 months, and we hang out all day, every day. I was just learning about how to make coffee, how to harvest coffee, how to do this. So the idea when we talked first was to have a coffee brand where we sell coffee as it is. But what I realized is that's not the way. That's not the more profitable way to earn money in the coffee industry. Is by a preparation. It's like let's say. For this, I had to use 30 grams of coffee, right? Let's say a bag is 340 grams of coffee. Like I can make tons of this. I can sell the bag for like 40,000. That's the maximum, like 40,000 COP. That's like, let's put it into bulk. That's like $9 a bag. But then I can, for that same bag, just with preparation, I can make like $50.
Exactly.
So the margin profit is too different just by making it. So what we started doing right now is we're trying to do a preparation. We're trying to do now. We already done it. That is called cold brew. So cold brew is the cold version of the
Yeah.
coffee, but it's not just making it and making it cold and put ice on it. That's, it has like
There's
a
a
whole
deeper level of-
fermentation, whole preparation that we're doing. And that's the brand that we're working on right now. We're working on cold brew, just luxury kind of cold brew. I like cigars, I like expensive stuff. So we're trying to get to that market where it's luxurious. That beverage, I can literally say it's an elixir. Like Connor talks about like liquid gold with the whiskey. Nah, this is
coffee.
liquid gold. Like this is liquid gold. Like coffee is gold. And when you get into that preparation, this cold brew, you're not getting drunk. You're not drinking alcohol. You're getting energy because coffee is, because think about this, all this food, right? You take all of it, right? But then you grab this amount of cold brew. This has this amount of cold brew compared to this has 6 times more caffeine than this.
Wow.
Because this gets like
Stronger.
because it's like a whole process of fermentation. So this gets like 6 times more caffeine. So you can have this amount of cold brew
and feel.
Do you be ready to fucking just run the whole marathon?
Yeah.
So it's luxurious, it tastes beautiful, and it also helps you with the energy.
Rome wasn't built overnight, but can we expect a timeline of when the Juan Trujillo cold brew could potentially be available?
So we're planning to start like the sales and stuff like that maybe in 2 months. But that's gonna be like the starting process because we wanna get into the markets first, see how it is, have a look at this, have a look at that, have something set up in a way that is like the foundation is built. We don't wanna go
don't build the plane while it's crashing.
Yeah, we don't wanna have profits tomorrow, $1 million, and then we don't have a base, so then it's just like trash and
It's about scaling.
Yeah, we're trying to go step by step.
Yeah.
First, we're gonna, because like I have a network of like 50 people here that loves coffee, so that's the thing that we're gonna do. We're gonna start selling them. They're gonna give us feedback like, hey, this, and that. We're gonna work on that feedback. Then we're going to the hundreds. Then we go to the thousands.
It's a virus, baby.
Yes,
it'll catch on and it'll get infected in everything.
That's what I'm doing with the fighting, with everything. I'm putting my body in the line to get the attention to people, that people pay attention to what I'm doing.
And then you redirect.
And then I redirect to the real goal. This is the real goal. Like now, me fighting is super cool, but that I can do that 4 times a year. You can drink coffee like 3 times a day. so it's like this is the thing. So that's what I'm trying to do at the end. I'm trying to just go deep in this world because I truly think this is gold. I truly believe in it.
And this is the future.
And that this is the future because Colombia has the best coffee in the world, but we're going down on the spots just by the way that like the mafia coffee is going on right now. I'm not gonna talk about that, but we're gonna change that. Now it's the new breed. Now it's the new era. With the youngins, we're gonna show the old people how we sell. And with this product, I assure you, it's gonna be like a hit in the market.
With a nickname like El Patron, no surprise that you're leading the charge on this one.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Juan Trujillo, inside the cage, outside of it, excellence all around. I cannot wait to see what's next for you, brother. Thank you.
Cheers, my brother. Thank you for the interview. You're the man.